Hey everyone, I'm back once more with my review for Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3, which, unlike its two predecessors, was not ported to the GameCube and was instead released exclusively for the PS2. Now you're probably wondering what's new with this installment. Well, sit back and relax as I take you on the tour. First up is the game's single-player campaign, Dragon Universe. This mode sees you soaring over a map-like world, putting you primarily in Goku's boots, although you do occasionally get to play as others as well. As you journey through the many familiar locales of the DBZ universe, you'll be able to fight all kinds of adversaries, as well as uncover items, and as always, collect the Dragon Balls. The various battles you take part in will also gain you points with which you can raise your character's statistics in an RPG-esque fashion. The duel and tournament modes continue to be the pit stops for two-player tussles, with the tournament mode now allowing you to take part in the Cell games. Just like in the series, this mode is a no-holds-barred setup where anything goes, including the use of fused characters like Gogeta. The lack of a real arena and thus ring-outs are also major bonuses in my book. The last notable addition to the gameplay modes is the Dragon Arena, and the way this mode works is very simple and straightforward. Pick a character, pick an arena, and go for your life as you proceed to level your character up outside of the Dragon Universe mode. Out of all the changes in this game, I'm pleased to report that the developers focused on the most important aspect, the gameplay. This game is extremely fast-paced and really nails the feeling of playing the anime. Among the countless improvements are the way in which energy, or ki, is handled. Anyone who's played the last two games will know that the energy meters were a fundamental standpoint of the gameplay, particularly when it came to transformations. However much good it did to raise the meter high enough to power up meant very little if you were bitch-slapped back to normal minutes later, and we all know how frustrating that could be. However, this aspect has undergone a massive and very welcome change. Every character now has what's called a baseline ki, meaning that all the characters start out with a set amount of energy that won't drain past a certain point on its own. This not only allows you a chance to stay in your transformed state should you so choose, but also means that should you run out of energy completely, such as after performing a Super Blast attack, the meter will automatically refill to its baseline point. As for the controls, very little has changed, although there are some very nice additions. Pressing the X button lets you dodge incoming attacks, and pressing the circle button allows you to teleport behind your opponent and counterattack by belting them back and forth across the stage like a ping pong ball. The biggest addition is Hyper Mode, initiated by pressing the L2 button. Hyper Mode is not without its drawbacks, as you lose the ability to block, your energy drains slowly away to nothing, and it is only in this form that you can utilize not only your character's ultimate attack, but the brand new Dragon Rush attack as well. The Dragon Rush attack plays out like a game of chance in that you have to press any button and pray that you come out the winner. Should you be successful, you'll not only be able to deal a massive amount of damage, but if you're lucky, you might end up witnessing a special finishing attack. Other new touches that help bring the experience closer to playing the anime include free flight, beam struggles, and the fact that certain characters like Frieza, Cell, and Broly have the ability to stay transformed regardless of how low their ki meter might be. The graphics on display here are a major step up from the first two games. The character models have been redesigned to have their own specific fighting stances, and the colouring is far more vibrant than before. The improved visual effects also help to add a little more depth and dimension to the graphics, with the energy auras and blasts actually looking that much more like their televised counterparts. The 3D backgrounds have also been built upon and made much more detailed, and new stage selections include Grandpa Gohan's house, the Cell Games arena, and even Majin Buu's stomach. The soundtrack is once again a diverse one, and while a few tracks eventually become grating to the ears, they serve their purpose nicely. The character roster has been upgraded significantly, with the total amount reaching 42, including fused characters. Newbies include Kid Goku, Goku's biological father Bardock, Oob, and Broly, the legendary Super Saiyan first featured in the 8th Dragon Ball Z mini-movie. Funimation's English dub cast return once again to put in the hard yards voicing their respective characters, although despite all the effort, they still can't seem to make the time to correct Cell's vocal issues.
This is one cocky kid.
Another problem I have with this game is the cutscenes in between gameplay. Gone are the fully rendered cutscenes as seen in Budokai 1, and in their place is nothing more than still shots with speech bubbles and accompanying voice samples. I personally would have loved to see actual cutscenes in this game, but I can live with the effort, or perhaps lack thereof, that the developers put into these segments. Despite whatever gripes I may have with this game, Budokai 3 is hands down the best installment in the trilogy, and it's easy to see why so many countless fans have chosen this as their all-time favourite DBZ game. Is this game worth the money? I'd say yes, so if you have the cash and the time, do yourself a favour and track this one down. I guarantee you won't be disappointed.